backfield, maybe some overcommitting issues.
I mean, absolutely. I don't think that this is a team that's just going to lay over and die for NRG.
Yeah, so no 3-0s for you.
Ooh, I don't know if they'll be able to stop it.
All right, well, here we go. Game number 1. Jacob versus his old teammates in NRG with Torment as, oh my goodness, there is indeed a boomer to start things off. Corrupted G right off the side wall and quickly down onto the blue side. Torment out in front, easy save there for Equinox. As it's been a little bit of a, like they say in the fighting game community, footsies here to start things off. Just feeling each other out a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. Actually, a very high-paced match just to begin things. We see NRG not really holding back at all.
Oh, that's a nice shot. That's Corrupted G around the side, taken right off the nose by Garrett. There's a lot of G's on this field, Quinn. Do we get to just call them Corrupted and Garrett? Or is
you got to say the G, man.
You're right. You are absolutely right. Torment lets that one go. Let's pinch back down onto the orange side. It's been smooth sailing for both teams here. Nobody really able to generate too many chances one way or the other. Here's Torment, though, trying to get it upfield behind Garrett G, though. That will make this push upfield nigh impossible. Fireburner secures his own corner boost. A big miss in the midfield. Doesn't cost him back down the other way. It was off the mark. And Garrett G really harrying Corrupted G around that back wall. That one out in front. Finally, the net's open. Garrett G picks a spot and slides it through.
Yeah, this interference play coming from NRG is so big. Chrome totally taken out of the game and then baited into being used to help pass the ball off the corner. NRG just toying with Equinox there.
And it took him a little bit to get it all the way down to the other side, though. Equinox definitely able to generate a little bit of pressure over on the orange side. We'll see if they can bring some back. This one goes into the corner. Torment now. Actually, a lot of respect going up to that back wall, expecting a touch. Quickly out to close the distance, though, and there goes NRG down to the other side. Jacob again in the Batmobile. We saw him in it a little bit yesterday. He was doing pretty well on his dribble plays. Do you think we get to see a little bit more of that today?
Hopefully. He's been playing fantastic on that Batmobile, especially after not the greatest performance across the whole team when he was playing Breakout.
For sure. As Fireburner says goodbye in the midfield, courtesy of Chrome. And Jacob waits patiently right in front of his own net, and he might not have a chance. Garrett G just punches it right off the back wall. Tough break, slides it down and around, though, and Fireburner will make it 2-0.
And you know, Jacob has never had to be on the opposite side of the team dealing with Garrett G and Fireburner just peppering that goal with shots. And you know what? I'm sure it can't feel too good.
That is definitely something I can relate to. When I used to play sports as a kid, you always had that one guy on your team. You're really glad you don't have to play against that guy. And now you get that experience if you're Jacob. This one out in the midfield. Chrome, again, hunting demos, stealing some boost. Being a big problem for everybody in this tournament that he's played against. He finds himself in control in round 1 in the midfield, taken away around the corner. The opposite side, and Chrome not able to find the bump in the net. Equinox will have to reset themselves here. Torment gonna try and chase this one down. Jacob might have him beat, able to get a piece, and does he have 2? He does not. He needs a little help. It's off the back wall, and it'll be Corrupted G's turn. High off the back wall. There's the follow through, and back to him, and it's off the back wall. So tough and so close for Equinox.
Yeah, both of them just overshooting the post just a little bit too much. So close to being able to bring this game to a 1-goal margin, but it is not enough for Equinox.
Torment gonna smash this one off the corner. It takes a pretty decent bounce. He was up there so quick, but not able to get the perfect read, and now Garrett G's in command. Out in the midfield, he chooses not to use any boost. Wise move is it'll let him just turn around and wait in the midfield. Jacob realizing he's beat, gonna try and pass this one back to his teammates. Fireburner steals it right away, though. It's gonna bounce dangerously to the top of the box, and thankfully Jacob able to get the nose on it. That is just lurking Torment, and thankfully a touch from Corrupted G. Equinox now starting to maybe get a handle here in this game number 1, but I kind of agree with what you said after that first goal, Quinn, toying with Equinox.
I mean, this NRG squad is just star-studded and full of just some of the strongest Rocket League players in the game.
absolutely agree. As Fireburner, a little bit of a half flip. A lot of trust for Garrett G to go and get that one down and into the middle, and he will just hand it over to Equinox. I think I would have liked to see a dribble there, just waste some time here in the final 30 seconds. You don't want to open the door up at all. And that is a great bombing clear from Garrett G, and only 20 seconds remaining. Equinox needs something. Jacob pass upfield for Corrupted G, and that will be followed through, but met immediately in the midfield line. Garrett G is too slow, and again, it'll be towards the back wall, but solid defense from the red and white. I guess blue and white as well. Torment being over there as well, but the final 3 seconds, and that is going to do it here for game number 1. NRG kind of pick around a little bit, finish the meal though, and that'll wrap up game 1.
Well done here from NRG. So much pressure and great team passing. The biggest thing here from NRG, we see them going for all these team plays, really passing the ball to clear every time. And you see, they know exactly where to position themselves to make that happen. Their clears were happening so fast, just turning any defensive or offensive pressure coming from Equinox into great clears, great passes. It just felt like NRG are on another level right now compared to the way Equinox is playing. I do think Equinox has a chance, but if NRG keep playing the way they are, I'm going to have to agree with Gibbs on this one. I see a 3-0.
It's certainly possible. It's Corrupted G right there. Maybe a little bit of a nervous tick. You saw a little bit of a shake, but I think he's just
chewing some gum, man.
Is he? Is he chewing some gum? There's a little bit. I could be wrong. Either way, though, Torment, you see him all the way over there on the right side. That guy does not move at all. He's deadlocked. Any team he plays for, it doesn't matter. Oh, did he just smile? Did he just smile?
A rare display of emotion coming from the Cloud9 anchor.
And Garrett G looking over. Fireburner as well. These guys are having a lot of fun.
All smiles. You can see it. They're feeling confident going into this match. And I mean, we talked about it earlier. We saw on Twitter Jacob and Fireburner really just saying, "May the better man win." And right now, I think Fireburner is ready to make that better man him.
Well, here's game number 2. Can Jacob prove them all wrong? Up the side wall for Corrupted G. Chrome needs a little bit of boost before he can help out. Taken away. Fireburner, do not do it to him. That would have been absolutely disgusting. As Jacob steals one out of the midfield. Garrett G, a great read and a brilliant follow through. And maybe if he had, 20 more boost, he might even be able to get that one all the way home. Looking for a pass off the side wall. Actually towards the top right. And Chrome has to make a quick stop. Out into the middle. Jacob over the top of 1. Can he get 2? Slow play, and he will be met. Garrett G, that tall octane, so tough to win a challenge over one of those. And goodbye, Torment. Chrome says goodnight. Hard pinch off that ceiling, right down into the middle, and Garrett G finds a small hole to tap it through. And out to safety. And NRG certainly under their fair share of pressure here. As Equinox circling quite well in the midfield, but can they get a solid passing play that's out of reach of these NRG defenders, as that one is around the last man. Corrupted G makes it back out of the midfield. Pass, top of the box. Garrett G to himself on the sidewall, actually taken out of the play a little bit. And Equinox gonna grab some boost before they try and bring the house one more time. Out into space, and it's a free NRG ball. Double commit for Equinox. Will it matter? Back wall. Corrupted G lets it go, and Jacob will try and find a hole to get through as Corrupted G will bomb it away. Down to himself. Can he finish it left side and just able to get it out of there? Torment, another great stop.
Yeah, we've seen actually quite a lot of pressure coming from this Equinox team. Jacob making a few opportunities for himself. Unfortunately, no one has been able to finish any of them yet. This game is still stuck at 0-0.
Jacob, some space to work with here to himself. 74 boost, tried to go for a very delayed, tried to go under that defender, but still just so much vertical area covered by that Octane as this one pushed into the side. Fireburner gets beat, it's on target, and Torment again. He's been a rock on defense for Cloud9. He's been a rock all DreamHack Open for NRG. If there is anybody you'd want defending your net, he might be my pick, as this one around the back wall and a great clear from Chrome.
And we see NRG rotating 2 members back early. Every single defensive play coming from Equinox. NRG seems to have 2 players back. They do not want to give up goals against this Equinox team, and we will need to see more of those bumps and demos, the likes of you saw from Chrome or Jake, from any of them.
Right at the defender, Garrett G makes a great stop, and Garrett G as well. All DreamHack has been a great help for Torment in that backfield because spending so much time as that third man for NRG while Jacob was on the team, I mean, he kind of has an understanding of what needs to be accomplished as that third man back, so he can really cover everything that Torment can't. This one off the back wall. Garrett G lets it over his head, and a flick off the back wall. Follow through is going to be right into the top center. NRG finally get it home.
Oh, and that fire burner, Garrett G synergy. Look at this patience from Garrett G. Bringing in the defender. He knows that ball on top of him will beat any player. He just wants to force that goalie to commit, and it puts Fireburner in a great position to score that goal.
An excellent setup from Garrett G. The patience is indeed a virtue. He shows it off there. As Corrupted G waiting in the midfield. Again, out into space. NRG should probably be able to get a hand on it. Jacob again trying to do it himself, keeps it close, and immediately met by a member of NRG. Corrupted G back to his own corner. And just straight across the pitch. Free ball for Equinox, though. Pass across, 1-2, back wall, and do they have 3? It's off the mark. Again, there have been some flashes of real brilliance, but the finishing just not quite on par.
Absolutely, and without any finishing, those sparks of brilliance are all for nothing.
As here comes Chrome, no boost to really get up there and contest that ball with Torment. As Jacob tries to feed this one out to his teammates, but again, that NRG midfield line has been such a tough wall to get past. In front of the net, and own goal, he can't get it out. He was playing back post defense too.
Oh, and this is going to be a little bit disappointing here for Jacob. You see this touch there from Torment, and Jacob is in the net, but his car turned a little bit too far to the right, and he goes for the front flip. It's just not going to be enough off the inside of his own post.
Tough break. In the right spot, unfortunately, sometimes a tiny micro adjustment is enough to make the difference. And NRG now in the driver's seat, 30 seconds left. Equinox need a miracle here in game 2. Pass to the opposite side, and Garrett G will not be awarded an assist as nobody could follow through. Corrupted G waiting for Jacob's pass. It will not come. Chrome tries to lend a helping hand, though. 1-2 to himself. A great challenge from Fireburner, and time keeps ticking. Back wall and kept away by Garrett G. The final 4, and NRG gonna put him to sleep here in game number 2. Equinox, maybe 1 or 2 solid chances, but every time answered instantly.
Yeah, it was disappointing here for Equinox because they have had opportunities. They just haven't been able to finish them. Every time the third shot, the last player coming at an off angle, not the proper rotation to be able to take a good shot in on goal. Either that or we've just seen misses, and it happens. At this level, though, at the top, we need to see those goals being finished, and we see Fireburner. He knows how to finish goals. One of the highest scoring shooters in RLCS, and especially for NRG.
And credit where it's due, Jacob was almost able to keep that one out. Coming back from the top of the box, it's a very tough shot to save, but the finishing on par for NRG. They find the back of the net, get that first solid goal. Garrett with an excellent setup, and that is the man right there, Garrett G. He's been an absolute stud since joining that NRG roster.
Oh, you're right about that. He has been just a monster both offensively and defensively, but usually we give that credit to Fireburner on NRG. Fireburner came out, he said himself, Garrett G, in my opinion, is the best defender. The reason he doesn't make any saves, because he never lets that situation develop. He is so good at finding the right moment to challenge the ball, to totally diffuse pressure coming from the other team, and he knows Jacob very well.
And it's
they have played together for so long.
So long is absolutely right. And a great change of pace to see him get to flex his offensive muscles here as Torment now starts one off with a lazy shot right into the middle, and it is easily deflected by Equinox. Quick, aggressive plays from NRG, and they are not able to get all the way around that ball. In fact, too far around it. They punch it straight sideways. As an early 20-second rush from NRG, nearly able to open them up one more time. Jacob still can't get it around this midfield line. He had so much success yesterday, and that is a missed clear and an instant punish from NRG. Torment makes it 1-0.
Absolutely. I mean, we've seen Jacob go for these dribbles, and I don't think it was a bad idea. He's been having success with them. It's just a defensive mistake there on the backboard is going to punish them. Dropping that first goal in 30 seconds is going to be huge for NRG because Equinox has not been able to score enough goals.
They haven't scored any goals versus this NRG team. They have been kept dead silent in this series so far. And as I was about to say, oh, this might be it, and it's off the wheels of Jacob. So close to able to find that angle. And a quick pop over the top and right off the bar. Torment denied his second goal of Game 3. Hard one towards net, stopped by Jacob. Here's Torment one more time, and perhaps not the best touch. He almost got a nice little hit off the spoiler out into the midfield, but he will run on back, and Equinox will again try to find a way to break through this NRG midfield line. Garrett G goes right through Jacob.
And this is some of the downside of playing the Batmobile, such a small flat car. When you go for this 50-50 down off the wall, it just raises off the top of his car. Jacob is definitely feeling scammed right now.
It feels bad, man. Even Adominus might have got that one out of there. As Torment again off the side. But like I was saying, Jacob had so much success yesterday, pushing that ball all the way down the pitch and right off the crossbar, pinched out by NRG, just chopsticked it with the top wall.
I know that's one of those top-down boomers that we heard Gibbs talk about with Krepke. He's such an accurate shooter.
Is this net open? No, it is not. Thankfully, Chrome able to come out of the corner and make a save, but that one, Jacob just doesn't get cleanly off the back wall with a good angle, and Torment again finds the back.
Another defensive error for this Equinox team. We see Jacob come back off of his own wall. Unfortunately, at the wrong angle. He's going to move right past that NRG member, unable to defend the shot.
And with that, I mean, that might be all you need if you're NRG. You will remain the only undefeated team here at DreamHack Open in Leipzig, as they have put a pounding to Equinox here. Jacob struggled to get anything going in terms of offensive chances for Equinox here versus this all-star roster. It has been quite a run so far for this NRG crew. Torment again towards the net, easily stopped by Jacob.
We're just seeing the defense here from Equinox inviting in a lot of pressure. No follow-ups on a lot of the touches that get moved up, and
it was a nice touch, and that will not find the back either. They had a free one onto the right side, but the accuracy still plaguing them here.
Oh, and we see Jacob miss that pass there off the sidewall.
Corrupted G, not able to get the pass into the midfield either. You gotta wonder if maybe just a little bit of frustration setting in here. Like, you know, you should have converted more than one of these couple of chances. And it might just be getting to him a little bit here on elimination point.
Yeah, we talk about that 3-goal advantage and what it means for a team at this level. Being able to maintain that lead is typically no problem. For a team like NRG, a team which is so hard to score goals, where you're going to see Equinox really need to pull something crazy out.
Oh my goodness.
Because now they're going to need 4.
Oh, Torment, please show me how you did that one more time.
What a shot here.
Just bombed it. There's nothing else to do. As NRG, I mean, it has been a stellar lockdown showing here for this Equinox crew. They have not been able to break this midfield wall, the back wall, and when the door was left open, they still haven't been able to drive on through. Just a great performance overall from NRG, and they will be feeling amazing moving into their semifinal matchup versus G2.
I mean, absolutely, but we still have 1 minute and 20 seconds left. We've seen comebacks happen like this before.
When was the last time you saw a 4-goal comeback in 1 minute 20?
Pro League.
That's fair. That's absolutely fair. As Chrome now in his own corner, trying to take it out on a dribble. He's through one. Can he get by 2? It will be immediately met by Fireburner. Torment now lurking in the midfield, and he will get bumped, and he can't go and get it. And he's like, come on, man. I had another one. That was my hat trick right there. Oh, he's already got one. Never mind. Jacob passing in the middle. Is it finished and down and around, stopped on the line, and Fireburner will deny yet another chance.
That is the second goal line clearance coming from a corrupted G shot. That has to be just so defeating to know that you are so close and still unable. How much better can corrupted G shoot and still be denied?
You have no idea what you gotta do to get it through this NRG squad right now. To put it in perspective, Torment, the guy we've been touting as this defensive powerhouse.
Oh, great bump.
But it's not gonna matter, they just don't have solid position here in the midfield.
And we see interference play coming to buy time, but it's just not enough.
But to put this game into perspective, Torment, this defensive legend in NA, has at least 6 shots here in this game 3. That is how amazing NRG are playing right now. They knock off Equinox, no problem. Clean sheets all 3 games, and they will move on into the semifinals.
What a performance from NRG. Yeah, say Gibbs was right on the desk. I mean,
3-0.
he saw this all